Good evening. Happy almost Friday. Oh man. Oh, hi YC, my wonderful admin. How is everybody doing? You almost made it. You're so close to Friday. We're so close to Friday. It's okay. You can do it. I know you can do it. Oh boy. Yeah. Uh, let's see here. What do we have going on today? Well, we're playing with the loot tables on Rust. I'm trying to fix them. I don't necessarily know if they're completely broken. It was nice being able to have all the nice, wonderful gear, but alas, we can't because finding airdrops in just regular crates would not. No. So we had to fix it. Now that being said, I'm still going to use the airdrops. I'm still going to use this. Oh, I need that. Okay, cool. And now a whole bunch of stuff I gotta put away. I have no clue where half this stuff goes. Anyway, happy almost Friday. Happy not Monday. What else do we have? Hope the weather's nice and clear for you. And yeah, it's just overall find it. We have some new things on this server that we've worked on. We have zombies. Well, the game calls them murderers, but for all purposes, they're zombies. There's the ammo go. The ammo goes there. So we got zombies. Key card. I'm gonna try and organize this mess. I should actually just clear it out. Put in the other boxes. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. Let's just put in the other boxes because I'm running out of room. Ooh, I do not need half of this. It's fine. We don't need the shotguns. We got so much better. Inadvertently. Don't need that. What else do we have going on? I was reading an article today. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. It was oh, hold on. It was on Ultimate Classic Rock, and it was 9 rock stars who were fired and then outshined their former bands. So let me just put that in. 9 rock stars who were fired. Oh, I probably should put the whole thing. And then outshined. Ultimate Classic Rock, actually. Ultimate Classic Rock was the big 4 of Australian rock bands. No. Here we are. Article. I will post this happily in the chat. It involves music. We like music. Where is my chat? Here we are. So, as you can imagine, the first one, the great Ozzy Osbourne, fired from Sabbath in 1979 for, imagine that, drug use. Yeah, they were all in. But apparently his was bad. And I post the article. You can read the article. Just go through this quickly. RJD, Rainbow. Um, Now, we know Dio went and joined Sabbath after Ozzy was fired. And then he went on to have his own gig and really just outshine both Rainbow and Sabbath after 79 or 81, I think is when he left Sabbath. And so, yeah. Vivian Campbell, Dio. When he fired Vivian Campbell. Is that how I say his name? Well, if I'm wrong, forgive me. Anyway. Sammy Hagar with Montrose. Ronnie Montrose fired singer Sammy Hagar from his namesake band in 75, and Sammy went on and had a successful solo career and with Van Halen. So, got some good stuff happening there. He also is a restaurantrepreneur. Is that he has a couple of restaurants. So he's done a couple of things. He has a tequila brand, I think this was. Axl Rose from LA Guns. Manager of a struggling Los Angeles hard rock band named LA Guns decided to put his foot down and fire the band's lead singer, Axl Rose. He was just like, I'm not going to deal with him anymore. Tracy Guns recalled in the book, nothing but a good time. But Rose and Guns immediately decided, as in that same day, to stick together and recruit their mutual friend Izzy Stradlin under a new band, Guns and Roses. That's about how that name came about. Duff McKagan came through, and yeah. Jeff Beck, the Yardbirds. Jeff Beck is a phenomenal guitarist. Wonderful guitarist. And he was fired from the Yardbirds in 66. He just passed away not too long ago, a little bit before Ozzy, to that point. Yeah. So this was one. I knew Jimi Hendrix. He was Little Richard's guitarist, but he was a little bit of a showboat. And so he was released. And I guess he upstaged Little Richard, and well, you just don't do that, right? Lemmy from Hawkwind. I did not know this one. He was fired from the influential space rock group Hawkwind in 75 for a very unique reason: not doing drugs, but for doing the wrong drugs. Everybody was doing acid, he told Spin in 2009. I was just doing speed with it too. if you listen to Lemmy's music, yeah, it's fast. There's something happening there. Mick Fleetwood and John McVie from J Mail and the Blues Keepers, who went on to go form Fleetwood Mac. The lineup changed a bit, but the classic lineup that we know and knew was probably about 74-ish. And then they just wrote songs about each other. Like Taylor Swift's got nothing on them. So yeah, there you go. Nine rock stars or acts that were fired from their, let's say, home band, and then just went on to do phenomenal things, right? Articles in the comments. I don't have it in my YouTube chat, so I'll just throw it there as well. Make sure we all have it in all of the places. I probably should just put it. I don't have it on my stream. It was a really, really good. So we're going to go ahead and throw it there too. Why not? It's going to come up on my Twitch quite a bit. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. We are cleaning up because I made a big old mess. I made the air Karen mad at me today. The helicopter. I made the helicopter mad. So we decided to start calling her Air Karen. Alright. Okay, guess we're gonna go to the top one now. And then... So now I have to go... I have to do another run to the Rad Town to make sure that what I did worked. So, here's now, don't get me wrong, this slight script was really neat and beneficial, and I'll put all this away later as I hear Morgan Freeman's voice in the back of my head saying, nope, he would not put this away later. Alright. So 20. Let me put this here. Get some better protection. And cool. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run. Excuse me. We're gonna run around. And now, oh, is that a horse? It is a horse. Yes, I will take the horse. I really didn't want to take the helicopter. I really didn't want to run. I'm going to take the horse. Let's get you some food, horsey. Ooh, so... Stay. Please. And... give it an apple. Horses like apples, don't they? I don't know. Never had a horse. Examine. Oh, that's right. We have to, you have to throw it down in front of the horse, so... Okay, let the horse do its thing. I need... Glad my back. I almost forgot you. And you. Through the desert on a horse. Oh. Okay, we're gonna keep the corn with me just in case the horse needs some attention. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or I need food. Okay, let's book it. Yeah. Oh. Yikes. Uh-oh. Alright. So I know the crate I was working on. Alright, there's a scientist back there. He's probably gonna shoot at me. Oh, he didn't. Okay, I went too fast. Cool. I need to build a stable for this thing. This thing being the horse. Ooh. There you go, horse. Alright, so let's test the loot table, shall we? Ah! It works! 39. Oh, now wait a minute. It's custom SMG. Okay, I think that does work. That's all I wanted to test. So, there's the horse. Yeah, not worth it. You know what we should test? Keep him back behind here. Keep him safe for a moment. Yeah, okay. And I know that's gonna be good. We'll go through here. Yes. All right. So what we ended up having to do is manually rename the path incorrectly because, yep, this is right. This is the way it should be. Because this loot table just was not the loot for these big brown boxes was saying it was supposed to be for the higher end boxes, and the higher end boxes were saying vice versa. So and that was one of the things we needed to test. So got that sorted. Now let's book it. Get on out of here. I wonder if I can build a wall to keep this thing from running away or dying. Woo! Yeah, if you could just stop shooting at me, thanks. And I don't see. Ooh. Slow down there, champ. Slow down there. Back up a little bit. Good job. Okay, we're good. All right, so I'm quite content. That did work. Now I got a bunch of stuff to recycle. Oh, you know, I wonder. Maybe I need a break from this today. Let's see. What else could we do? We've got a couple of options. Oh, there's another update for Ark. That's great. Scum is one that I haven't played in a while. It's okay. Once you kind of figure it, the game developers did a few things to make it more difficult, but I still think that would not be too terribly hard. Oh, patrol helicopter inbound. I'm not going anywhere. I already made the air Karen mad today. I took a shot off at it. I hit it an incredibly long distance, and it turned around and lit me up. So, yeah, that was not wise on my part. No, it was not. And I don't wish to do that twice, though it was actually kind of funny. Actually, how many? That's a green room. I'm just trying to think. The only place I know to get the red key card and the blue room is what's easy for me. Is the train station, the train yard, but it's in the snow biome. And I'm not too keen on doing that. What else we got? There's an update for Skull and Bones too. I wonder what the update is. We're gonna see. Y2S4 patch notes. Eye of the Beast. Oh, that was Legend of the Nien. Locals speak of the Nien, a fearsome beast that emerges once a year, terrorizing the population, devastating their livelihoods. Yeah, Skull and Bones is fun if you have somebody with you on that, right? That one is actually enjoyable, or can be. But I have not played it in quite some time. I think though. Some of this sometimes is good to keep, but not today, not today. We do need... Nope, no problem. Is there something I need to research though? Gear, okay, we're gonna put the ammo. Okay, let's look. You know what I haven't done? I haven't done Hogwarts Legacy in a minute. I do enjoy that game. It is rather fun. Team while the weapon is equipped. What can we do? Flaming chainsaw. I thought about just converting this place to metal. I've got the time. I mean, there's less than a week left in this map. Always feared the stuff in the hotbar. Okay. There we go. So, let's organize this. Excuse me. 50% projectile. versus 35% projectile. This is by far better. Okay. And then this is 25% projectile. This is 15% projectile, but bite's 3%, bite is 7%. It's actually better than that one. So we come over here. Give me a second here, okay? Make sure the kiddo is going to sleep. He was just a little grumpy. You can always tell when he's tired because he's really disobedient. Oh yeah, he's out. He is out for the count. Oh, hey Gunny, how you doing? Hope you're well. Just trying to discuss. What do we have? I don't really want to go out and about because the Air Karen is out, the helicopter. And I already made it mad once today, and I don't know if it's a vengeful helicopter. Oh, where is it? So it's in the center of this giant red blob right there. So I could do the water treatment plant. I haven't been there in a while. And the abandoned military base. And I haven't been to the dome in this map. But I don't need some of this stuff on me. Alright, and that goes there. My seeds will go here. I have a horse that I need to feed. Things you pick up when you're playing random things. Horse will eat while I'm not there. I should have built a trough. Tie the horse to that and then keep it corralled. I don't know what's happening to them. I don't know if they're just despawning or what. But, alright. Well, while I wait for the Air Karen, the ghetto bird, the helicopter, what did you want to call it? I haven't called that the ghetto bird in a while. Let's see what's going on in the puppet theater, huh? Let's see here. Hogwarts Legacy 2 setting unveiled in new trailer. I was just saying, I should probably finish that first one. Let's see. Anything good that doesn't involve Trump or Iran. Google Gemini adds tool to make it easier to switch from ChatGPT. You know, I have found that a just simple task ChatGPT is not too bad. If you deal with these little nuances, fine. But from a technical standpoint, I have found Gemini is a little bit easier to work with. Oh, paywall. Thank you. I can read part of it though. Big surprise! I got food in my face. It's a Ghirardelli chocolate. I'm a huge fan of these things. I mean, I like Ghirardelli anyways. Dark chocolate lava cake center. It is rich. Okay, where were we? The Alphabet Company, which is Google, has added a new import option in Gemini so that free and paid users can upload zipped files to their conversation with other AI prompts. So ChatGPT's been doing that for a while. They'll let users upload chat history and context from other AI apps and move to lure users from rivals like OpenAI's ChatGPT and Anthropic's PPC Claude. I have Claude. I have not used it. Grok is a little temperamental. Not nearly as bad as ChatGPT, but I stick with ChatGPT because it's habit. I'm not giving it too much, but it will say, "Oh yeah, we did this," and you call it out, and it's like, "Oh, well, that's totally my bad." Well, no kidding. Okay. Let's see. Oscars are moving to a new home outside of Hollywood. We don't care about rich people handing other rich people little golden statues. Just, I'm not. No. The LaGuardia Airport runway opens after plane crash wreckage has been removed. Yeah, there's a plane that hit a fire truck of all things. Wow, there's a lot just on Trump and Iran. I don't really care about that. I mean, we can see all that everywhere we go. There's something unique. Let's talk. Let's see what's going on in the world. Sharks in the Bahamas test positive for caffeine, painkillers, and cocaine. All right. Cocaine-fueled sharks are on the prowl in the Caribbean, and scientists blame partying tourists. Reminds me of a story I heard one time of there was, I believe it was cocaine that was found by a bear, already an apex predator, but decided to consume the large amount of coke, go on a rampage before its heart exploded. Let me see if I can find that. Cocaine bear. Oh, it's actually a it's a movie too. All right. I did not know that it was a movie. So it was a black bear that found several pounds of cocaine in Georgia in 1985. Let's see if the Times will give it to me. Oh, paywall! You a horrible, horrible creature. Black bear finds pounds of cocaine. There we go. I knew I'd find it. In September 11th, 1985, police department narcotics officer turned drug smuggler was trafficking cocaine in the United States. After dropping off a shipment in Blairsville, Georgia, Thornton and accomplice departed in a self-piloted Cessna 404. En route, the two dropped a load of 40 plastic containers of cocaine in the wilderness before abandoning the plane above Knoxville. Allegedly, Thornton was killed when his parachute failed to open. According to the FBI, Thornton dumped his cargo because the load of tubing, in addition to the drugs, was too heavy for the plane to carry. So, it was about 75 pounds, about 60 mil worth right now. By the time this scene was studied by authorities, all the containers had been ripped open with their contents scattered. So December 23rd, Georgia Bureau of Investigation reported finding a dead black bear that had eaten a large amount of the cocaine from the jettisoned containers and suffered a drug overdose. It was about 75 pounds. All the containers had been ripped open with their contents scattered. Chief medical examiner from the Georgia State Crime Lab stated that her stomach, the bear, was literally packed to the brim with cocaine, although he estimated that the bear had absorbed only 3 to 4 grams in her bloodstream at the time of her death. And the bear was taxidermied, given to the Chattahoochee River National Rec area. It was stolen. It was found in a pawn shop and eventually made her way to Kentucky for Kentucky Fun Mall in Lexington, Kentucky, where she's at today. Yeah, so cocaine bear, it's a thing. It's a thing. Oh, Oleg, Meg, thank you for following me. I appreciate that. Yeah, so cocaine bear. It's the things you remember. The stories you remember. That you know. Years later, you're like, oh yeah, I remember hearing about this. I don't know why. Let's see. Zelensky visits Saudi Arabia after offering Ukraine's drone expertise. That's okay. That's interesting. They kind of know what they're doing there. Hungary's government files charges against prominent journalist for alleged espionage. Oh, oops. And I don't see. Belarusian President Lukashenko arrives in North Korea for talks with Kim Jong-un. Alright. Everything else is either Russia and Ukraine or Iran and Cheeto Man. And I'm fine with the Cheeto Man, but I don't want to talk to him. Yeah, okay. Let's look at business. What's going on in the business world? Meta stock slide as court losses bring big tobacco moment comparison. Yeah, Meta got hit really hard. So this is interesting. Meta got sued for failure to, if I remember right, failure to keep youth safe. Meta and YouTube were found liable. But an internet company, Cox Communication, was not found liable for people using their services to pirate music and movies. And it's interesting the dynamic between the two, because they both provide a service, right? Meta and YouTube, any social media platform, Twitch, TikTok, Rumble, right? They provide a service of bringing people together. Forget all the other reasons why those people are coming together. They provide a service to bring people together. That's the service. No, you can go into the business side of this. Okay, business are using it for advertising, um, but there are groups, families, right? It's they're doing together. But their service is not advertised as doing harm to youth in an addictive way and people getting hurt because they have access to each other's information via social media. Cox Communication was found not liable for people streaming and using their services because, in the eyes of that court, they provide a service of bringing information to people, right? Bringing people to people, essentially. And they did not provide the service of trying to allow others, with the intent of specifically piracy, digital piracy. Two different court cases, essentially the same reason for both of those, two completely different outcomes. So, with the winning, so Meta lost first. I believe Meta and YouTube lost their court cases first, and then Cox Communications won theirs. This is going to give Meta and YouTube now a chance to go back to court and say, hey, this court ruled in the case of Cox Communication versus Sony and record companies and media companies. Either A, we want a new trial, or B, we want to appeal at some point, however that appeal process works. I could see that happening. So I don't see that fight going away. Just it was just it's interesting. So I don't see this as a quote big tobacco moment comparisons. And I don't see this as a blow against free speech, right? They still have a couple of options for appeals. Not that Meta's ever been pro free speech, or Alphabet for that matter. Let's see. Dow slips a little bit. Oil pushes up past 100 again. Netflix is raising prices on all streaming plans. I'm not sure I am happy with this idea of keeping streaming, right? You have like 3 or 4 or 5 different streaming platforms. You might as well look at cable or satellite and say, you know what, for the same cost, thereabouts, I can go and get that plus. So it's something I wouldn't mind looking into and saying, maybe I don't want to do streaming anymore. Because there's some things I would love to have. I would love to have during the summertime baseball games. I love, Chicago Cubs. I would love to watch a Cubs game. My wife likes football. I'd watch a football game with her. We'd root for the Bears. But so it's if you look at the costs, they're almost comparable. The only streaming I do enjoy, I do really, really enjoy streaming, is my Spotify. Because I listen to music all the time, and I listen to a variety of different music, depending on what I'm doing. So that's good to know. Netflix is raising prices for all streaming plans. Netflix raises prices for every subscription tier by up to 12.5%. Yeah, I don't know how much longer I want to stay with them. I do not know. Oh, Amazon's having a big spring sale event. I don't know when that is. Coinbase, Fannie Mae bring crypto-backed mortgages to home buyers. Fannie Mae to accept crypto-backed mortgages for the first time. Huh. Okay. This is courtesy of CoinDesk. Basically, borrowers. Wow, that took me too much effort. Pledge Bitcoin or USDC as collateral to fund their down payment, allowing them to keep their assets intact and avoid a taxable event by spending them. The Coinbase Better Mortgage is structured as a conforming loan backed by Fannie Mae, meaning it carries the same protections and standards as traditional mortgages. Coinbase said the crypto-backed mortgages aimed at regular homebuyers are as American as apple pie. Borrowers pledge Bitcoin or USD stablecoin as collateral to fund their down payment, allowing them to keep their assets intact, avoid creating a taxable event by spending. In the case of USDC, they can keep earning these rewards. Okay, so someone looking to buy a $400,000 property, for example, might struggle to find $40,000 cash down payment and face a quagmire of legal and tax requirements when trying to sell assets to make the amount. Provided the consumer is a crypto holder on Coinbase, they can avoid having to file all the manner of crazy stuff and simply transfer their digital assets from the exchange to a custody wallet with Better while retaining ownership rights. I wonder what the tax. I wonder what the interest they're earning off of that. There's no way they're doing this for free. All good as heart, right? This is a business transaction. So that's fascinating. That is definitely. I still have the cocaine bear on my screen. Let's get that off. Private equities turmoil has retail investors eyeing the exits. Okay, so private equity firms are struggling. Alright. Oh, big surprise here. California's average gas prices are the highest in the nation. $8.71 a gallon. Whew. Wow. Gross. I would need a second job just to afford gas prices. All right. New Chevy Corvette 2027 Stingray, Grand Sport, and Grand Sport X, if you're into that sort of thing. This was Supreme Court says internet service provider isn't liable for bootleg music downloads. So yeah, that's the other thing, right? This wasn't just a normal court case. This was a Supreme Court 9-0 ruling in favor of Cox versus Sony. So the fact that it was 9-0, this was, the United States Supreme Court. Going back to the earlier conversation, I would think that Meta and YouTube, Alphabet, have a good case. There's a couple of articles on that. Military helicopter crossed in front of United Flight Approach Airport at John Wayne Airport. FAA investigating close call between United Airlines plane and a Black Hawk in California. Oops. evidence of insider training on Iran war grows. Yeah, we knew about that. Doesn't surprise me. Warner Brothers Discovery sets shareholder vote on sale to Paramount. Okay. Warner Brothers shareholders to vote on a $110 billion Paramount merger in April. Warner Brothers and Paramount. Oh. Just the movies I would love to get my hands on Warner Brothers that Warner Brothers has through VidAngel, so we can watch them. I would actually like that. I'm just waiting for the ghetto bird to go away. It's really what I'm looking at. OpenAI to discontinue Sora video platform app. Sora was pretty cool. Sora was pretty cool. Oh, what am I hearing? Or is that outside? I can't tell. Oh well. Google warns quantum computers could break current encryption by 2029. Quantum frontiers may be closer than they appear, and they warn that quantum computers can hack encrypted systems in the next several years. Well, that's cool. I mean, it's not cool that they can hack the systems, but the technology that's there, definitely fueled by AI. I'm not, facetious. It's like, really, it kind of helps each other out, right? U.S. Postal Service introduced an 8% fuel charge on packages. We were waiting for that. Meta is laying off hundreds of employees as it pours money into AI again, something we knew. And Tenga Nexstar mega merger drama has national implications. I don't know what that is. Is that a news company? Okay. Fine. Where's the helo? Is it gone? Oh, there it is. Flying off to sea. Cool. Let's go explore. Y'all done listening to me about the news? Oh, there's a horse. With no name. It's like, my name is Fred. Okay. Fred. Oh, you know what we could do? I have not done this yet. But I need a lot more fuel to make this thing happen. Yes. And hopefully I don't run out. Or crash. I need something warm. Because I am going into a cold area. Keeps it cold at 17%. We're going to take the jacket. Cold. I don't actually need this stuff. That will hurt me. I'm cold. Oh. That will hurt. Let's go here. It's a weird sound I'm hearing outside. Okay. I don't want this, but I want leather gloves. I'm trying to boost up my cold. My cold benefit. What is this? Cold 8%. Cold 5%. this on me. So I'm gonna take these things off. Yeah, right. And my radiation level's fine. I don't care about my radiation level. I am quite fond of this rifle. So we're gonna take something quite stupid. A Tommy. Doubt I'll need the Thompson, but you never know. Alright, we're gonna go to the dome. I have not been to the dome on this map. It's clear on the other side of the map. I'm gonna need more fuel than that. I know it. You know what? I'll just take it all. I'll just take it all. Worst case scenario, I have to make more. Okay. And here we go. Alright. Make sure we don't get shot at by scientists. I'm just scanning the bottom there. Alright, I am going to go to the dome, which is clear. Actually, quite straight. Scientists shut down the scarecrow. Good for them. No clue what that orange thing is down there. Radiation to 35. I looked at the airfield down there. I was there earlier. Poked around. It didn't seem too terribly bad. I would say my buddy is really good at that. That part of the map. He's really good at the airfield. Oh. Yep, this is pretty far. Oh look, a little lake. Oh, that's cute. Okay, we are crossing not far from the train yard and the dome, so the train yard is not too. Train yard is not hard once you figure it out, right? Like anything, it's just not. Well, like almost anything. So, where would I need to enter? This is actually really good for me to watch this out. Because... Okay, so I need to enter from my right side there. Okay. Good to know. I don't know if I'm going to do a train yard run on this map yet. This is where my happy place is at. Map is huge. This is just a ginormous map. Ooh. I am approaching from the wrong angle. That is the story of my life. But I want those green boxes, so... Also testing the loot table, make sure that it works. table seems to be working. I have no clue why that's there. I'll have to look at the mapping of things. But overall, I'm actually quite satisfied. My gear is holding up quite well. I believe I've turned off the radiation. When I get down here, freeze my tuchus off, and we'll see how accurate that is. That's the other thing I want to check. Okay. And it's cold and quite content. Okay. So let's do the thing. I'm looking to make sure the radiation. I can handle the cold for a couple minutes. Okay. So the radiation is turned off. That's great. That is wonderful. Why? Where is... Oh, I do want the Thompson there. Okay, good. Shiny. Then that's exactly what we wanted. We wanted to test. This was a good test. Successful. So I was testing the plugins that I have, the mods, to turn off the radiation. You come up through here, you want to be geared, but you don't want to have to deal with radiation. No. Which means going after the rail yard would be a lot better. That would be a lot better. Oh, that spawned quick. Okay. Fine. Not gonna complain. Explosives. Yummy. Okay. Well, let's blow this popsicle stand. Oh, we gotta make sure. How much fuel do we have? Oh, good. We're fine. Yeah, we're just gonna... I still haven't figured out these rail lines. They do serve a purpose. I haven't looked into it. Oh, okay. So the Tegna Nexstar were local to California television owners. Some lawsuits seeking to block that, but let's see. JP Morgan plans private credit fund that allows 7.5% redemptions. Wow. Yeah, but what's the interest rate on that bad boy? That's the key. Right? Because if your interest rate's 15%, then that's pointless, right? You're losing money. Unless you spend it, you get the points, you pay it off immediately. Right? So you say, okay, I have a card that gives me, I don't know, 3% cash back on gas. I have a gas card. Well, you know that you're only going to spend about $100 a month, so you use that for $100, and then you pay it back. Right now, in the credit world, you'd be known as a deadbeat, as I understand it, because credit companies aren't making any money off of you. But I mean, you're going to spend that money anyways. That can be an effective way to make money. Now, you have to be diligent. You have to be careful because that can get away from you really quick. But, you know, if you're wise with it and you know what you're doing, yeah, that can be actually really beneficial. Where am I going? Oh, I'm too far south. It's like, this is way too dry from where I'm normally at. Oh, that's an outpost. I don't want to go near there. They will shoot at me. They will all shoot at me. So anyway, you know that is a could very. I say that very cautiously. That could be a good thing. Like I said, you just it's you have to be very careful. Be very cautious about your ability to be what's the word I'm looking for? Strict underspending. Is that the right word? All right, there we go. I knew I was gonna get home soon. Much greener, much happier. I'll slide on over. A little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. Too much. There we go. All right, not a bad run. Not a bad run. I should have documented how long that would have taken me. Oh, hi, horse. Okay. Well, I think overall that was fun. Anyway, so J.P. Morgan. There's some business news. I'm not gonna click on that link. Thank you. Google Translate's live headphone translation feature lands on iOS. So I had a really interesting experience involving the Google's Translate. I was in the store. I think it was Walmart. Anyways, I was at the store, and some nice lady asked me a question in Spanish. I said, "No comprende." I asked her if she spoke English, and she said no. And so I pulled out my phone and I used the translation feature on my phone, and I showed it to her, and so she spoke into the phone and asked me the question. We were able to really communicate. I forget what she was looking for. I think it was if I knew something about a product she was looking at, and I didn't. But it was really just quite neat to be able to experience, just a quick translation of, she knew what, we figured it out really quick using Google Translate. Part of me wishes I had spoken Spanish instead of French. Now my French is horrible now. I used to speak it fluently. I don't anymore. And I've lost that little bit of French that I knew I've lost. But it was interesting. So it gives people an opportunity to experience new things, open the door to learn and to grow. Google Gemini adds tools to import memory and chat history. We've already touched on that. Intel Core Ultra 270, 250K, conditionally great CPUs. I have a 14900 right now, the previous generation, and it runs hot. I should have stuck with AMD. Now in the wintertime, running hot's great, but man, when it gets summertime here pretty quick, I'm gonna be miserable. If you're a gamer on Xbox and PlayStation 5, Hades 2 is going out to those platforms April 14th. Never heard of it. I'm not a platform player. What else do we have? AMD unleashes Ryzen 9 9950X 3D2 Dual Edition. The world's first CPU with dual 3D V-cache. What does that mean? A dual 3D V-cache CPU for AMD has been expected. The company has made prototypes but has stuck to a singular stack design until now. The rumors of an ultimate dual CCD dual stacked X3D chip started floating on the internet back in August 25. The AMD was cooking up something. So 16 cores, 32 threads, 4.3 gig base, 5.6 max, 192 L cache. Alright. I wonder how that stacks to what I have. There's a benchmark website I can test it. I think when it comes out and it gets benchmarked, I'll do a comparison. That does look interesting. Holy moly, how many of these things do we have? All. That is the answer. We have all. We're gonna drop all the airdrops. Actually, I can't because I still have stuff. My inventory. I still have 2 more. Holy cow. Alright, let's try that again. I'm gonna need the space just to get the airdrops. Okay, let's do We'll do 3 at a time because I don't think I have enough room. Oh man. Oh yeah, I gotta change my gear up. Just sitting there staring at myself. Where are we at? Put that back here. Put that on the pants. Oh, that could have helped. Huh. Maybe not. And yeah, alright. Except for I don't want that. I want this. And I don't want the Thompson. I want my LR300. Is that the jacket? Is the wait, is long sleeve shirt? I think that's the long sleeve. Oh no, that's the hoodie. So long sleeve shirt is yeah, hoodie's better. Okay, well, we got airdrops happening, and I had a jackhammer and I had a chainsaw. Where did they go? I had boxes too. There they are, boxes. Yeah, we'll just keep that there. Boxes are nice to have. Give ourselves more room. Okay, cool. And I'll just leave that one empty so that I can get back here and mess with the batteries if I need to. I mean, honestly, it's more than enough room for the short time that we're gonna have. What does he have in here? He's got a chainsaw. Ooh. We don't need it. Let's see about him. Okay. Apple has made strides with iOS 26 security, but leaked hacking tools still leave millions vulnerable. Be careful with that. That's on TechCrunch. We'll catch up on that. Apparently you can shoot these things down. I'm not seeing it. I was hitting them too. Just wait for these things to fall. Yeah. Oh, we're all over the place. Alright. That will probably... Oh, okay. Rockets! Goody, goody, goody. Goody, goody, gumdrop. Or airdrops and stuff. It's like perpetually. Okay. That wasn't too bad. I'm gonna place because I actually want to know. Wait, 12? Okay, hold on. Set the listening ID, open, peacemaker mode, rotate, authorized friend, add friend to auth list, clear auth list. Yeah. Only target armed or hostile players. Interesting. That is mine. I want that back. Okay. We're going to go ahead and pause on this for a moment. We're just going to check on a few things. I'm going to take a spin. I need to go for a walk. I'll be right back. Just give me a couple minutes, please. All right. I'm going to just release these next 4 airdrops, and then I'm gonna call it. I am tired. I mean, I'll still be around, but I'm not gonna do a lot of streaming. So, you guys have been great. I appreciate those who've tuned in and said hi, and just been very kind. I appreciate it. If you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. If you're on Twitch, follow, comment. If you subscribe, you can use Amazon Prime if you already have that benefit. And yeah, so I will be. So tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow will be probably a late night stream for me. And then just be relaxing and chilling. But tomorrow's Friday, and again, it's the weekend's right there. You can make it. You got this. Hope you're well. That too. Don't do bad things. Stay out of jail. Be kind to animals. Be kind to old people. Be kind to babies. Help the helpless. It's a pretty good rule of thumb, I think. And, you guys have a great night. Thanks for sticking around. Ciao.